Okay, so there is a little background to this. So I have been trying to record this. The first time I recorded this game, I recorded about 40 minutes, and then I tried saving, and the game crashed. So after that, I said, okay, fuck it. I can try it again. Sat there, talked to people, got some drama happened, but not much you can do. So I went on to a different build of the game to see if that fixed it, and oh yeah, look, it fixed it. So that happened. And then I recorded a bunch of shit yesterday of me playing through, and I find out I have no game audio. Not that I made it too far, I only made about an hour in. So we're gonna try this one last fucking time. I have a general idea of what I'm doing, but not much. Like, I have generally idea. But third time's the charm, I guess. Well, it is annoying. I did take that experience and learned some stuff, so I mean, that is good. And at least I didn't get too far into the game. So, I mean, yeah, we have played a little bit. But, anyway, so I guess the first goal right now is to put out this fucking fire. Out of everything. And I will say, yeah, I have played to a certain extent. I got up to... I basically made the basic tools and basic gear. And then that's kind of it. It's about an hour worth of gameplay. Holy shit, why the fuck do you not go out? Shit is so annoying. So I have the general idea of what I'm doing, but I'm still learning as I go, and I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. Coming to this game, I've seen some gameplay, but I have not seen a lot of the game. I as much as I've wanted to look up the gameplay or game stuff as I was exploring and stuff, I'm kind of limiting myself as best as I can to not spoil anything or ruin the fun. But there are some like basic things. Like for right now, I need to get some basic tools. The basic tools again and repair the ship. And then from there, I can kind of do whatever I want. So there are kind of few things that I need. I need titanium, I need batteries, and I need glass. And to make all those tools, you kind of have to just look around and see what you can find. And a bit of sulfur. I forgot about sulfur. I always forget about sulfur. Sulfur is one of the more pain in the ass things because there's little creatures that float around in the water, and so when you go up, like they're in a plant, so when you go up to them, it shoots out and like makes this humming noise and then just sprints towards you and blows you up. Does a lot of damage. And silicon is made from these creepvine seed clusters, which does kind of make sense. But overall, silicon, titanium's going to be one of the most important things in this whole entire game that I'm going to need always. So I need to find, I wonder, I'm not too sure. I know you can get titanium from these little rocks right here, and copper, and other stupid stuff, but I'm not too sure if there's a way to get titanium infinitely, or if there's a limited resource. Quartz is kind of somewhat of a pain to find. It's kind of like, it's in cave systems. Yeah, this is a little creature. Yeah, they're a little pain in the ass because if you stand near them, they damage you. And there's no way to fight them. At least not that I'm aware of. I haven't really experimented too much. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to sit there and like have to run away and hope he doesn't kill you. But I mean, once they're gone, it makes life a bit easier and you can get the sulfur and then never have to deal with that again. Well, that's a lie. If you're looking for other things or exploring caves you've already explored, you can find them. But yeah, for right now, I just need titanium, glass, silicon, and some batteries. Batteries need copper and acid mushrooms. I wonder if you could eat them, or what they would do at all. That is actually a good question. Yes, that would have to be thought about later. Silicon, best thing in the world. And then I'm gonna make some titanium and glass. And then from there, I think I can make some batteries and we can get some of the basic tools started. Like the repair tool and knife. Gonna need to make batteries for the rest of that. That is a good question. What happened on Abraxas Prime that made it so bad that they like they banned all the items overall?
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
It sounds pretty useful until... And the habitat builder is something I messed with, but I couldn't really understand it. But once this is all repaired, I'll be good to go. But I remember those. I have such a bad habit of losing my train of thought as I'm playing. So like, what happens if people crash on an alien planet? Like, they have no way to protect themselves. Like, a knife's only gonna do so much.
This is Aurora. Distress signal
Stand
received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9.
So I don't know if that's 990. No. 9,990. No. 99,999.
Construction of vehicles and power plants.
Vehicles will be nice, but from what I understand, there's a bunch of components spread throughout the land, and sorry, and you can scan them with the thing. And these oxygen tank that I'm currently making right now, it's a lifesaver. Every oxygen tank gives you more oxygen. That and making fins makes you quicker. Which does kind of bring me a question. How are you able to move so quickly with flibber on? Fins on, that's the word I'm looking for. It's like you can move a decent quick. I'm just gonna... I might scan these items for now. I'm gonna try and scan as much as I can and maybe later read up on them. And I know they're Leviathan. I've seen, because like I said, I've seen some clips of this game. And I know there are Leviathan creatures. Now, I've never seen one. But, well, no. No, I haven't seen them. Yeah. Not within the gameplay that I've seen, but I know it tells you if you see. Are you sure? Like, are you absolutely sure going to? So they're obviously something I should try and avoid. So I'm not even sure what they are. Just gonna be a pain in the ass to deal with. But after that,
New blueprint
like, I'm just trying to
uncovered.
get back to where it was. And what I did, what I had was an O2, the basic tools and everything. I scanned a few items, and after that, just kind of done.
Diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
I am kind of, like, I am excited to play this game.
Self-scan
I got
complete.
told it's one of the best
Vital
games.
signs normal.
And I won't
Continuing to
necessarily
monitor.
bring up what happened. But I did have a lot of problems when trying to save this game, which was really annoying. It's like, what the fuck? Like, you have this game and you're not, like, it's not even gonna work. But then I found out it has to do with my username. So on my desktop I have the username Despike, and for whatever reason the game doesn't like that. So it would crash when it was trying to save, and it's only the name Despike. Which was really weird, but I found that if I'm on the experimental version, it works fine, so just have to go from there. And the developer that I was talking with was really nice. And I enjoyed it. But for right now, I kind of need a silver ore. That one's much more of a pain to try and find because you can find them in sandstone little things. And those ones are kind of all over the deeper. They're kind of you gotta swim deeper overall. And once you kind of swim deeper, then from there you can kind of find them. But they're kind of insane cave systems, and from what I saw on like deeper rocks,
May have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
but I am curious because I wasn't the only one that escaped from this. Like, how the fuck? Like, who else is there? Like, are we the only actual survivors, or is there other survivors? Or what the fuck's happening? And how, like, I'm wondering if there's any training at all. Besides me, like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Silver-based wiring kits are an essential
But
component of many habitat
that makes my
modules.
life easier. Found to find silver now. I just need glass. But 2 glass. I mean,
Discovered.
like, what's the likelihood of survival? Like, do they have classes? Like, hey, this is gonna be the class. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna, you know, learn how to survive on an alien planet, like, just in case. Or did the what most likely I'm thinking happening is, like, the company's like, fuck it, we don't care about you. If you die, you die. Like, it's just not worth training you, and the probability of that happening is basically slim to none. So I'm guessing that's what most likely happened. But aside from that, maybe I just got extremely lucky. Because I haven't heard any radio at all, and I haven't seen anyone. Like, I haven't seen any, like, survivors, like, posting flares up, like, hey, we're here, we're surviving. Nope. All I've kind of... But maybe that's because I've kind of been swimming around in the ocean. And it is kind of odd that this guy is able to have, like, just a swimsuit readily available. Like, oh yeah, hey, I instantly have the swimsuit. Which I think is odd. Sorry. I ended up buying a battery. I want to check if some.
30 seconds.
Oh my god, I can use that cable. I bought a solar paneled battery pack power bank. Just in case, like the off chance that I ever need it. I hope it's gonna be a decent one instead of being trash. And I don't have fucking another piece of glass. Oh. Wonder if you can make quartz.
Cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
Like, have we been in space for so long that we only eat nutrient blocks? Is this what we're aiming towards? Like, there's no survival, no good foods, only nutrient blocks, or haste. I forget who I was watching or what I was from, but I remember seeing a clip where like the guy's like, "Hey, do you have anything else that doesn't taste like dog shit?" And it was like these are astronauts, so
Radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
why do we have a nuclear reactor?
Local scans show a nearby cave entrance. Depth 90
Okay, I'm getting off track. Anyways, he kind of went around and eat all this like paste, and it was just, he said it tasted so disgusting. And what the fuck is this? A mobile vehicle. So these are the kind of things that I need to find, and from what I understand, we can find them in wreckages. So there's going to be wreckages around. But yeah, just kind of reminds me of that. I feel like you could grow potatoes and stuff in space with like artificial light and
range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity.
fuck, I'm losing my train of thought.
To a number of small cave networks.
Excuse me. What is it called? Because you just need water, and water would be the more issue.
Passing 100
But besides that, I think you could use what's it called? Reuse the water.
30 seconds.
Because like no matter what you do, water is never really truly lost. It's still in the air. No, that's a lie. I guess it would be consumed by the plants, but besides that, I don't know. I just figured like you could do something to grow like plants and stuff. Well, you could actually before I lose that train of thought. Hopefully, maybe someone's alive. Probably not, because I'm not seeing any sort of ship at all. Hopefully, maybe. Kind of weird you can't grab all the fish. It seems you're able to grab.
Receiving pre-recorded distress call laying back.
This is Lifepod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously.
Why do you guys get a sea glide or whatever it's called? I didn't get this shit. That's really far away. I mean, I could go check that out, but I'm not too sure. But I'm kind of forgetting. You can't even destroy any of that. What the fuck was I talking about? Plants. Oh yeah, I remember. You could carry liquid hydrogen, like condensed hydrogen, where you're able to make water.
New blueprint acquired.
It reminds me of The Martian, that movie or book. I read the book more, where he's able to make water out of hydrogen and oxygen. And that was like how he was able to grow potatoes. I feel like we could do that on a space station. But why would you bring a nuke? I guess. I mean, I guess I can understand a nuclear reactor. But it's still like, what happens if you, like, I feel like you should take into account, like, what happens if you crash. But now this item, gravity trap, sounds really interesting. Like, are we trapping things with gravity? Is it a strong gravity force? And is this whole planet ocean? Is another good question. Who knows, I guess. But it just kind of sucks trying to survive on an alien planet. And I don't even know what happened. Like, why, like, all of a sudden we started crashing. And there's no logs from what I remember or see of anything. But trying to find quartz, one of the worst things ever. This quartz is like one of the only things that spawn in like caves, so you had to find them like really odd. But I played a yeah. Besides that, I just kind of, I just don't understand. Like, I feel like there'd be more survivors overall. You know, like, hey, maybe, because it can't be only like 5 or what the fuck are you? Get the fuck away. There can't be only like 5 fucking escape pods. There has to be more. Makes no logical sense why there would only be 4 or 5. 4 or 5. Yeah, that makes sense. But there has to be more, or like like even on the ship, I feel like there could be survivors. But I guess they are telling me that there is increased radiation, which doesn't look too good for whoever was trying to survive out there. I mean, you know, I bought this game back in May. I only just started playing it. I have a lot of games that I've done with that, where it's like, oh yeah, let's go buy it, but never touch it. Remember it. Well, it's not that I never really want to touch it. This kind of gets backlogged. And I lose interest. Am I gonna... So, with the scanner, I think I'm gonna be able to build everything with the... Excuse me. With the builder tool. Like, am I gonna build a whole substation where I'm able to survive and thrive, or am I gonna have to kind of just live in the ocean, live in that little pod? Because I remember when I was playing before, I got the builder thing and it asked me to build a multi-purpose room. Now, I don't know where you find that. And I didn't really realize at the time that you can find these, or research these little things on, or not little things, but items, like fragments, in the, at these salvage points. But I guess that knowledge comes with time. And if I spend if I really have to spend 6 hours, I might have to look it up to try and find where this thing is at. But who knows at the end of the day. Still haven't found any glass. Or not glass, but quartz. Yeah, those things are so fucking annoying. Oh, speak of the devil. Quartz. And 2, I have enough to make what I want to make. And extra gold. Silver. Nice. Besides that, my life has been kind of boring. I might get a job though, so I might throw in my life into a little twisted thing. Twisted thing? No. Be good for me to get a job, and I'm hoping they call me back on Tuesday. And I wanted to start some stuff with the group, but that group kind of fell apart. See, you can't even kill them. This kind of seems weird, like, why would you be releasing oxygen? Like, what purpose do you have to release oxygen?
Seconds.
Because there doesn't seem to be any life that actually requires oxygen. This all seems to be, well, not, that's a lie. They all require oxygen, but they don't require air bubbles, necessarily. They have gills and stuff that convert water to oxygen, I think. I think that's how fish works. They take in water and then they split that apart. I'm not too sure. But either way, this seems odd, and it just kind of, this whole combuckle. Just give me 1 second. Once I get this oxygen tank, so I'm gonna fall off my chair. Once I get this oxygen tank, I will be good, and then I can go from there and kind of go exploring without the risk of oxygen loss. Asphyxiation. Asphyxiation. Oh, I'm not good with words. Drowning or lack of oxygen. But I ordered a new chair, and I'm supposed to get that on eventually. My chair kind of fell apart and is broken. Kind of sucks, but what can you do? Laser cutter. Gonna cut some lasers. And I can finally make my oxygen tank. Actually, I should make some bleach as well. Oh, I don't remember what, but I need to make I eventually need to make a GPU, CPU. CPU is the right word I'm looking for. Okay, what do I need? I just need... Okay, I have enough to make a CPU.
New blueprint acquired.
And I was wondering, maybe I could repair those things. Or the sampleizer. Words are hard. But now that I made this, I should be good to go to kind of go exploring and not wanting to die. And not wanting to die. No, and not dying. Oh, it's for the habitat builder. I need to make that for the CPU for that. Deploys holographic, maybe. And I definitely want to make the rebreather eventually. But I'm gonna need more silver for that. That's a goal that I eventually want to go to. But no need to rush, I guess. Kind of wait and see. Hmm. I mean, I guess I can go for that. Go for that. Fuck. What is that called? Life pod. That is the word I'm looking for. Life pod. You know, when I hear these noises, it's not a good thing. I don't like noises like this. Because I can never tell what they're from. And when it's at night especially, it's like, oh yeah, there's like 15,000, there's be like 100 different types of fish that could be making this noise. But who knows what it is and where it's coming from. Man, this is so far away. I wish there was a quicker way to travel. Yeah, like, maybe you should give me a fucking sea glide. But no, I get nothing. I get a fire extinguisher. Kind of looks like people went down in pairs. Maybe I just kind of got lucky. These guys seem to be like shitting out gas. I don't know. But it does kind of feel odd that I'm the only person that went by themselves. Of course, in the date, well, this doesn't look too good.
Integrating PDA data.
Bluesmith.
New
Bluesmith.
acquired.
Receiving pre-recorded
It's not the right one.
This is LifePod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide. So if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic.
I really kind of just like.
Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
And they said they were going through stupid. Well, they landed and repairing something, but their hull seems to be completely broken. That does make me worried. Like, what broke that hull? Hull. That's the word I'm looking for. Because to break like straight metal and like tear it open, unless it came down like that, that doesn't make much sense. And they seem to be talking like there was multiple people. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just being crazy. Who the fuck knows at the end of the day? Because I obviously don't. Yeah, man. Swimming takes so long. Not much to do, but just swim in one direction and say, yeah. At the end of the day. I don't know what my next goal will be, honestly. Where to go from here. I mean, my final goal, like, overall, I kind of just need to wait until rescue comes, but I don't even know when that's gonna come. Like, who knows? I obviously don't.
Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continuing to monitor.
A quantum detonation, that does not sound good. Like, how big of a detonation are we talking about? To the point where I should be worried? Or, like, am I gonna be safe? Like, you're not giving me much detail. You're just saying, oh yeah, there's gonna be a big boom. Which doesn't help. What about the planet's ecosystem? And there's more of you. There's never enough. Oh, these sulfur fuckers. What about the planet's ecosystem? That's gonna get fucked. Wonder if there's a way to map. Probably is, but I haven't figured that out yet. Guess I'm kind of just waiting. Gonna try and get some, what's it called? Materials and then wait for a distress signal. No. Wait for a radio saying, hey, we're coming to pick you up. Get your ass to the extraction zone. But I'm not even sure how long that's gonna take. So I don't know if it's just gonna be worth it to try and live in the pod or try and build something. probably will be eventually trying to build something, but to get all these items, main problem is trying to find all of them. They're all just like spread it throughout. And I don't really understand how you could like scan one part of like one fragment and it's the exact same fragment and build a scanner, like a scanner room. Maybe they're just so advanced, technology's so advanced. I kind of feel like fuck. Maybe it has like a backlog. Of like everything to be able to like instantly figure all of that out. Yeah, it just doesn't make much sense. Or maybe it takes what it gathers and builds a theoretical thing. Fuck if I know, I guess. The AI is a lot smarter than me, I guess. Kinda wish we could open these packages up, though. That'd be nice, but maybe there is a way to open them. And I just haven't figured that out yet. But who the fuck knows, I guess, for now. It takes so long to... The fuck was that? Of course there's little, like, creatures that like attacking me. Let's hope I'm able to find the multi-purpose RAM. So I think that's like the one thing I need as a radiation detected. How? That's not good. Like how close? Like obviously it's coming from the aurora. How close am I? Oh, and there's an explosion about to come. Yeah. Let's not go that way. Yeah. Looks like I'm normal health. Not gonna be dying from fucking... Not gonna die from radiation poisoning. Oh, what the fuck is that? Why the fuck are you shooting at me? Oh, everything on this planet wants to kill me. But I guess that's kind of life. Like, if we didn't have technology, we would be dead on Earth too. Because everything is out to get you. Fuck. And I think it's a lot worse being in a water situation rather than being on land. Is at least if you're on land, then you can say, hey, I'm able to survive and find stuff, but in water you have to like swim down and hope you don't die of
30 seconds.
asphyxiation, like no oxygen. I'm not going to try and pronounce that word. It's too hard of a word to pronounce. But I mean, I guess there would be land predators as well. Like that giant fucking creature over there. Fuck off. You piece of shit. course you don't get anything from it. Oh, they're literally called biters. Okay, so that does give me some information. There's obviously been people on this planet. Because they obviously know some of the information, like the plant life, or not plant life, but the names of these fishes. So there has to be some sort of backlog of information.
Passing 100 meters.
Now, how exactly this works, I have no idea. And why we can't access a lot of the backlogs. Maybe the thing just makes up a name. Or we make up a name. Not like we talk a lot at all. So maybe we're just making up names like, hey, oh yeah, that's a good name. I guess, fuck if I know. A veined nettle. And as much as I want to sit there and try and look stuff up, I think that would ruin the fun.
30 seconds.
And there is a life pod. Well, whoever that, like which number that is, they obviously didn't survive.
Oxygen.
Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, a ship this big, you figure, there'd be more survivors than just me. But I mean, I guess we can go look. More bioreactor. There's just gonna be a shit ton of bioreactors. Number 6. I didn't get a chance to look at what our number is, but number 6. There are at least 6 ones.
New blueprint acquired.
And
Integrating new PDA data.
out of the 6 ones, 2 of them have dead, or I'm assuming are not alive anymore.
Integrating
Because
new PDA data.
that hull looks absolutely destroyed. And doesn't really make much of a sense to, but English is hard. But that doesn't make much sense to say that they're alive. There's no flares, there's nothing at all. So I'm guessing they went down and tried surviving it for the time, but they ended up dying. If I had to guess. Could be wrong. But who knows? I guess I'm gonna check this out, and then I'm probably gonna head back, because there's obviously a radio. What is down here?
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Oxygen deficiency decreased. Well, I need to find a way to deal with that. I'm not wanting to die. And those plants don't seem very friendly. They seem to want to shoot me and kill me. More scanner ring parts. Bioreactor, like, it just kind of seems like how much stuff have we been transporting? Like, bioreactors, like, are we setting up a colony? Is that the point of the Aurora? Because there seems to be a lot of bioreactors and... what is it called? Bioreactors and... oh, English is hard. I'm trying to remember. Scanners and all of this. It just kind of seems like... and that is not a good news. I don't like that
New
noise.
blueprint acquired.
So, hopefully I have enough oxygen. 60 meters? I can do it. Easily. Totally. Totally not gonna die. See? Told you. There's no death here.
Survivor, you have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%. Data indicates that swimming was your favorite.
Oh yeah, swimming is my fucking...
Be sure to vary your routine for uniform muscle development.
Totally my favorite opportunity was to swim. It's not like it's a survival choice. But I obviously beat my recommendation for physical activity.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
But who the fuck knows? Is there anything else? Doesn't look like it. Just kind of looks like metal salvage parts, which is useful to give titanium, but besides that, not very need anything. A sea moth. Well, that sounds interesting. Moth, sea moth. Oh, yeah. So we have like these water. I think we're either trying to build a colony or fucking exploring. So it makes no sense of why we have this many parts
30 seconds.
at all. But I know this is kind of a weird place to kind of cut off. I do have to go and do something, so I think I'm going to end it here when I kind of get to the surface, because it's still quite a distance away to get back. So I will be back eventually, continuing this on next kind of episode. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm planning on continuing this. I will see you then.